When people see a veteran working on humanitarian front lines, they often assume it's a clean transition. You take off one uniform, you put on another kind of service, and you carry on. That was not my story. For a long time, I lived in exile. Exile from the military, exile from who I thought I was, exile from a sense of safety in my own body. The trauma did not end when the posting ended. It followed me into civilian life, into every job interview, into every new team, into every quiet moment when the noise stopped. What eventually pulled me forward was not a heroic decision. It was a slow, stubborn refusal to let the worst thing that happened to me be the final word on my life. When I stepped into humanitarian front lines, I did not leave my trauma at home. It came with me. But something shifted. The same hypervigilance that once kept me alive in uniform started helping me read environments differently. That same awareness of power and vulnerability that came from being hurt in a system started guiding how I showed up for others in fragile contexts. I began to see that trauma was not just a wound. It was also a compass. It pointed directly at what was unsafe, what was unjust, and what was missing in how we care for people who do difficult work in difficult places. On humanitarian front lines, I saw familiar patterns play out. Silence, minimalization, people breaking quietly under loads that would never show up in a security report. My own history would not let me look away. So this book is not just about perfection. It is about a very human road from being shattered by institutions to working inside institutions again, this time with eyes wide open. It is about asking better questions. How do we send people into hard places and actually bring them home, not just physically, but psychologically and morally? How do we design duty of care for people who already carry old wounds into new emergencies? How do we build systems where speaking up does not cost you your career? My story is only one story, but it sits inside a much larger pattern of veterans, humanitarians, peacekeepers, and all responders trying to make sense of what services cost them and what it has given them. If any part of this echoes your experience, you are not alone in that struggle. Turn pain into direction to let your own trauma become a compass and service to the world instead of a life sentence.